defining page set. Page set is nothing but in page, we'll be having a page set. Like for example, page name is account screen. Okay, page name
Hmm.
on the UI. I mean, like on the UI. So what are the fields are there in that particular page? Now those will be mentioned in the page set.
Okay.
Like below, on click of that account screen tab, but you can see the below respective fields, right? Those all will be created in the page set. So
Hmm.
how, like overview, this set contains, this section covers adding and removing page set as well as defining page set properties. Okay, how you add a page set? To add a page set, click on the page set button. The page set dialog box will appear. There you need to give the page set name whichever you want, like Mega or your what other name you want, you can give there and click on OK.
Yeah.
Next, deleting a page set. To delete a page set, click the page set you wish to delete. Okay, you are and click on delete button. In the confirmation box, click S to confirm the deletion or no to cancel.
Yeah.
Okay. Defining page set properties. So to define a page set, specify the following properties. Like what are the properties? Page set name, caption, purpose, style sheet, so on. So these are some of the properties for the page set, which are commonly will be there for page and page set.
Yeah.
So these are some properties: show page set property and rule page set.
Yeah.
Um, Setting the page set name, like how to set that page set name, which in the manuscript and on the UI. Okay, the page set name property specifies the name of the page set as the user sees it. That means on the UI.
Yeah.
To set the value of the page set name property, click on the page set. On the definition tab, click page set name and enter the name.
Okay.
Okay, the name changes in the page designer list as well. So whatever you have edited in the manuscript, that will be changed in manuscript and UI as well.
Yeah.
Set in the page set caption. Like the caption property specifies the name of the page set as user sees it. To set the value of the caption property, click on the page set. On the definition tab, click caption and enter the caption text. Set in
Yeah.
the page set purpose, like why you are creating that particular page set. You are setting the purpose of that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the purpose property specifies the purpose of the page set. This property is important to express and to other applications using platform page request to render the interview page. It allows you to categorize the page set in such a way that the downstream system can refer to the correct page based on the context of the application. For example, when you start a new code, that means when you are creating a new policy,
Mm-hmm.
Express uses the main interview page set. So basically in the manuscript, in whatever the manuscript you are creating or you are creating the pages of page set, the main interview will be the first main parent page set.
Okay.
So to render online product manual, however, Express uses the appropriate documentation page set to set the value. So for example, so basically in our manuscript interview, main interview or interview, the main parent of any pages or page set. So
Hmm.
in order to retrieve the data of remaining child pages or child page sets, so we use this main interview.
Yeah.
So how to set that value of the purpose? Click on the page set. On the definition tab, click purpose. In the purpose list, click appropriate purpose. Okay. The purpose property includes the following option. What are the purpose? Main interview. Defaultly interview page where new quota policy started or stored will be loaded in the Express.
Okay.
Nothing but this, if you give the main interview purpose, right, it will create a new policy and it will store and load in the Express. Nothing but the UI.
Yeah.
Okay, page set, link interview, print page, printable pages, documentation, other. These are some of the properties. Okay, set
Okay.
in the page set. Huh?
Okay.
You have any doubt?
No, these are all new things.
These are all?
These are all new, like now not in face these things.
Okay. I mean, like similar, I mean, for pages and pages, similar thing only will be there, properties, but set will be added. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Set in the page set style sheet. Nothing but what are the like UI look you want for that particular page set, you can set here. The style sheet property specifies the XLSX file using the transform the page. To set the value of the style sheet property, click on the page set on the definition tab, click style sheet and enter the style sheet. So basically you can import from your local whatever the styles you have inbuilt in your local. If not, manuscript will be having defaultedly.
Yeah.
So you need not do this. If it is the older version, then you need to do this step.
Okay.
Set in the show page set property, nothing but when at what time you wanted to display that particular page set on the UI. You will need to set a condition if you have any condition. Okay. The show page set property specifies the condition indicating whether the page set is displayed. To set the value of the show page set property, click on the page set on the definition tab, click show page set. Okay. To the right of that field, you can map any condition which you already created in the current existing manuscript, or you can create that particular field and map it. Set in the rule set property. The rule set property specifies the name of the rule set used to style pages in the page set. These rules can control the display or behavior of this page set. Nothing but suppose you have created a page set. Okay, now you wanted I mean, like, what are the behavior or how it should display or how the look should be there or how, when that particular field should be displayed or in which format the page should be displayed, how the field should be aligned. Those all will be coming under this rule set property.
Yeah.
So how top nav changes the default left navigation layout to the top navigation layout. Suppose you have created all the fields in the left side. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is there. Now, if you use this particular property for the particular phase set, these are all will be moved to the top navigation layout. Nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fields will be like that in a straight line.
Okay.
Okay, to set the value of any rule set property, click on the page set on the definition tab, click rule set in the rule field, enter the name of the value you wish to see. Like you wanted to see the left navigation or top navigation or right navigation or whatever you have the properties, you can set here.
Okay.
Defining page groups. Okay, page group is nothing but in what are the pages you created and now you are adding a group to be displayed on the UI for the particular screen. But that field should be displayed in a group format on the UI.
Okay.
So how you said it, like page groups are groups in a manuscript referenced by the page. In this section, you will learn how to add, remove page groups, define page group properties. So how we add a page group? You can add a group to pages, sections, or tables. Okay, so basically you can add groups to pages as well, sections as well, tables as well. When you create a page and assign a group to that page, the system automatically places a section under that group.
Okay.
So whatever the group you added here, below automatically section will be created by defaulted in the manuscript. No, if you wish that you don't want field to be displayed in the section and you wanted to in that particular group you wanted to do in the table format, then you can convert the section into the table format and add your respective field or delete that and add manually the table.
Okay.
So how you when you add any group to the page, system automatically places the table under the added group. See, it will automatically place table as well and even the section as well. If you wish not to like not to use the section format, then you can delete it. Or if you wish to keep a table format, you can keep it.
Okay.
How you add a page group? Like click on the appropriate page, section or table. click on the add group button
Yeah.
and select that appropriate dialog box. You can like add a group with the, which is already existing, or you can create a new group. Okay, and define, you can, other way of creating a shortcut is like Control G. How to delete a group? If you don't want any group to be you wanted to delete in that particular page, then you can click delete item button and confirmation dialog box will appear. You can click yes there.
Yeah.
Defining page group properties. These are some of the properties for group. When you create a group now, these will be on the right panel. We can see these properties like group maximum iteration. Suppose if you have any iteration to be given, like n is used for unlimited iteration, whereas I mean n, or sorry, not n, star asterisk symbol is used as for loop n number of iterations. Suppose if you want only 3 iterations for the group, okay, you need to mention here in the property 3.
Yeah.
Link iteration or relational fields, or include, deleted, restrict. Where if you wanted to give any restrict condition, like you don't want particular group to be executed or group not to be executed in particular time, you can mention that condition in this here.
Yeah.
Or you can give directly the path where you don't want to execute rather than condition. Order by is nothing but sorting as per the alphabetical order or column wise.
Yeah.
Setting the group property. So the group property specifies the referential manuscript group. To set the value of the group property, click on the group and definition tab, click group list, and click on the appropriate group. So basically now you have created a group in the particular manuscript in particular page. Okay. Now you wanted to add another group in the particular group.
Yes.
So you can add like this or set any properties you want for the particular group.
Yeah.
Like setting the maximum iteration property. Nothing but as I already told you, right? Like maximum iteration property identify the maximum number of iteration that can be displayed at one time on the page. To set the value of the maximum iteration property, click on the group on the definition tab, click maximum iteration and enter the maximum number of iteration to display per page. An asterisk indicates the unlimited number of iteration.
Yeah.
Asterisk symbol is nothing but star kind of a symbol.
Yeah.
Like in the keyboard you can see like above 8.
Yes.
Set in the link iteration property. Like the link iteration property specifies the whatever I told the property before now, like for the group, those I'm detailedly explaining here.
Yeah.
Okay. The link iteration property specifies the number of action linked to display to the page on the page. The particular link, okay, not value. So to set the value of the link iteration property, here group, click on the particular group you wanted to create and click on the definition tab and click link iteration, enter the number of actions linked to display.
Yeah.
Setting relational field property. The relational field property specifies a related field in a group to display for each iteration. The value of the field specified should be the foreign key in the related group. For example, okay. Duck Creek training is the main group I created in fields. In this particular group, I have created like 4 fields like A, B, C, D. Now, when I map these map these particular fields on the particular page or page set, I have created a group called Duck Creek Training Main Group. The same group I created in the page or page designer. So I need to map only the related fields like A, B, C, D, not out of the box.
Okay.
Okay, I need to map only the respective fields like A, B, C, D, not EF. Okay, I created another group called commission, and here I have EF field. So I cannot uh, map these or create these fields EF in this particular group. So
Hmm.
whatever related fields are there, those only I need to map it.
Yeah.
You got it right? Related
Yeah.
fields, relational means related. Setting the include deleted property.
Hmm.
Um, the include deleted property specifies whether the recorded marked for deletion are included in processing. To set the value of included deleted property, click on the group on the definition tab, click include deleted list, give true or false. If you give true, it will delete. If you give false, it will not delete. So why you wanted it? Suppose if you have any like for example, on the page you in the group you have created some fields. Okay,
Hmm.
while executing those fields, you want some fields to be automatically deleted on the UI.
Okay.
Okay, while executing, like n number of fields will be there, right? So
Yeah.
so in that case you need to click on the property. Those fields will be automatically deleted after displaying
Okay.
when next iteration is running.
Okay.
Okay, and setting the restrict where property. The restrict where property specifies under which record should not display. Okay, where you don't want that particular field or group to be displayed, you can use restrict where property. In this time or in this on click of this button or on click of this field, I don't want this particular group to be displayed. You can condition, you can mention that condition here
Okay.
for the particular group. So how? Click on the group on the definition tab, click restrict where, and there you map the particular field of the condition which you already created or it's existing in your manuscript, like so and so time I don't want this group to be displayed on the UI.
Yeah.
Setting restrict XPath property. So restrict XPath property specifies XPath restriction. Iteration with the specified XPath do not display. For example, previously we are giving the field ID
Yeah.
in the XFlip button. Here we are giving the path. XPath is nothing but directly the path of that particular group. For example, for your understanding, uh, okay, so basically, if I wanted to give like D, other way of giving is D is the field ID.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to give a XPath of that particular D field. The XPath will be like data is the main group. I mean like main group for all the head parent group.
Yeah.
Duck Creek is the next. Duck Creek training main group. And next D field. This is called XPath.
Hmm. That's the
Okay.
feeling. Yeah.
You need not type it manually. You can, when you are doing it in manuscript, right, there will be a default data XPath will be displayed for all the fields.
Yeah.
Suppose in this, when you open this particular field now, you can see this field XPath. You can give directly that XPath as well, rather than giving the field ID.
Yeah.
Setting the order by property. The order by property specifies the field by which to sort iteration. To set the value of the order by property, click on the group on the definition tab, click order by. To the right of the order by field, click XFlip button to use the reference select dialog box to display. For that order by means, you know, like sorting, like nothing but sorting as per the numbers or as per the alphabetical order or as per the values or as per the date. So it depends upon your field or group.
Yeah.
Okay, next topic is like groups is done. Now section.
Hmm.
Sections are part of the pages used as containers for fields. actions and tables, widgets, or any other section. So sections can be nested within other sections within tables. Nothing
Yeah.
but when you wanted to give that particular uh, um, is it there? See here. Okay, now this. Huh. But so here this is called like section 1, section 2, section 3. So in
Hmm.
section 1, I can give multiple values or multiple fields here. Okay, this formatting is called section formatting.
Yeah.
You can give in section, this is the section heading name. Here the field values will be there or tables also will be there. Those kind of formatting is called section. So for look and feel itself, you call it as section.
Hmm.
So how to add a section? Adding a section, like click on the section or table under which you wish to add another section. Click on edit menu and click add section. You can add multiple sections in single section as well or under the table as well.
Yeah.
Duplicating a section to duplicate a section. Nothing but in another section you wanted to duplicate one section. Okay, click on the section you wish to delete. On the edit menu, click on the duplicate.
Yeah.
Section should not be used to display iterative data. When displaying iterative data, use only tables or grid wizards or groups, not a
Yeah.
section. In section, you cannot create any iterative fields or iterative groups or iterative data, anything.
Yeah.
Repeated. Okay. So you can also do like add section, like right click on the any section or a table you wish to add a section and click on add section. Okay. Like duplicating. Okay, click on that. Click on the type of the action. Like these are the three types. How you duplicate? Like duplicate section structure only, or structure with field, or structure with replacing the
Yeah.
field. If you choose to duplicate the section structure and replace field, define field replacement rule. So how? Click on a group for replace field and from a group. Okay, click group with similar fields in the group. For example, you wanted the group to be duplicated, but you wanted to replace those fields.
Yeah.
Now you can first initially you can click on a group for replace fields from the group,
Hmm.
and you can map the respective fields which you wanted to give. You can move manually in that particular group by down arrow or right arrow.
Yeah.
And then click on OK. Other way of duplicating it, right click on the section and duplicate.
Hmm.
Deleting a section, how you delete it? Like a section to which to delete, click on the delete button or X or no confirm will be displayed and you click on X. These are some of the properties for the section. Like a group you have discussed it, right? Similar kind of a section. Like section, caption, layout, direction, field caption, position, field caption, display, show condition, read only content, collapsible, expandable event, static content type. So these are the some of the things, properties. So
Yeah.
what are the properties we'll be discussing here? Mm, mm, mm. Okay, in addition to the defining properties, these are some more like setting the section caption property. So how you set the caption for the particular section? Okay, click on the section on the definition tab, click section caption and enter the caption you wish to display. The caption will be added in the page designer list. That is nothing but in the manuscript. Okay. Now
Yeah.
you wanted the section in the layout direction property. Layout direction property in the sense how that section you wanted to display on the UI. Like like I showed you, right? It should be left aligned or it should be right side or in the middle. This form name can be displayed here in middle or right or over or beside of all results.
Yeah.
Okay, those kind of properties are displayed in the we have to mention in the layout direction property, like across or down or above or top or down. Okay, how we set it? Like click on the section on the definition tab, click layout direction, and layout direction click down or across. Set in the field caption position property. Position in the sense, like before on the UI I have stored forms, right? You wanted to display this particular position to be displayed in the middle or in the right or in particular position you wish to display on the UI. So in that case, you need to set here position property. So how we set it? Click on the section on the definition tab, click field caption position, and give like before field or above field.
Yeah.
Example. This is the caption. Now, I want the particular field caption to be displayed above field. This is the field,
Yeah.
okay, which I have created. So above I need. So I'll be giving this condition like this. No, I want across. Across means this field will be coming beside of this here. From here it will display the text box. I mean, I cannot drag and drop it in the word, but you understood, right? Beside Patty, this box will be displayed if it is across. If it is down means it will be displayed under the caption. Setting the field caption display property. Like what are the like particular style you want? Like for example, field caption property specifies when to display the field caption. Okay, this is like when that particular caption should be displayed, like on click of any button or on click of any field or on click of any particular page, then only should be displayed. I mean, those kind of conditions you can mention here. Like click on the section on the definition tab, click field caption display. In the field caption display list, click the appropriate option, and the field caption display property include the following options like all, none. All means displays caption. None means it does not display caption. Another one is like only caption, does not display the field values, just the caption of all the fields. It will just display the caption name itself. It will not display the values of that particular caption if it has any value. So these are the three properties it has. You understood, right?
Yeah.
Set in the show condition property, nothing but at what time that particular section should be displayed. So click on the section on the definition tab, click show condition, and to the right of the field, you can map the condition which is already existing in your manuscript, or you can create a field with the condition you want, and you can map that field in the by using the Xlib button. Set in the read-only content property. Suppose if you want, I mean, like what are the section you have created, you don't want user to be edit or update any fields. So you can you want only read-only form. So in that case, you can give this property, like how we set that for the particular section. Click on the section on the definition tab, click read-only content, and in read-only content list, give true or false. If it is true, then only that particular section will be in read-only. If you give false, it will be like user can edit it.
Yeah.
Set in the collapsible property. The collapsible property specifies whether the section is collapsible. When true, the start, close, toggle bar caption properties appear. Collapsible toggle bar caption properties appear.
Start close is given below. Toggle bar. What is toggle bar? No one knows.
Wait, I will. For example, see this kind of a thing. You can see, right?
Okay.
I'll click on images. See this one.
Okay.
In any websites or in any apps, you can find this button. I think in the Gmail we can find it. No, in the see, this
Oh,
kind of a button, toggle bar. When you click on this, I mean, like when you click on this itself, these fields will be displayed.
okay.
These values will be displayed. When you close it, it will disclose it.
Yeah.
So these are called like a toggle bar. Okay. Like on the UI, here in the Gmail, it is like side. Okay. This
Yeah.
button may be here as well. Like when I click on this, those below fields will be displayed. If not, if I unclick this, the fields will be closed. You cannot see on the UI until and unless you expand it. Got it right?
Yeah.
Collapsible in the sense like fields you will not able to see it. I mean, like when you hover or when you click itself, you'll be displayed. Start and close means like full opposite, like one will be displayed and one will not be displayed.
Can you tell
You
again?
got it right.
Start closed.
See,
Can you tell again?
when you click it, fields are displaying.
Yeah, yeah.
Close in the sense fields are hiding.
Yeah.
So similarly, like how you do it, like see here, the start close properties appear when the collapsible property, when it is set to true.
Okay.
Okay, by default it will be closed.
Okay.
See, in the Gmail also by default, when you open now, it will be defaultly closed. When you click on that itself, the field values will be displayed.
Right.
Similarly, it is saying, this is when defaultly how to set the condition for the close. Like click on the section and on the definition tab beneath collapsible property, click start close. Here you need to give like click collapsible property, give true or false. In start closed list, you need to give true or false. Similarly, like nothing but same, ulta, opposite.
Yeah.
Set in the toggle bar caption property. Like if you have any caption, you can give that as well. Caption will be displayed with that particular symbol.
Okay.
How to set that? Click on the section on the definition tab, Bennett's collapsible property, give the toggle bar caption and click the value. Or if you have any field which is already there with that particular caption, you can map that. Set in the expand condition property. The expand condition property specifies when to expand the particular section. This property is only applicable when the section is accordion wizard. Like example, this where I just showed you, not this. Where I showed you now. See, this is what I mean. Like these are fields are hidden here. When you click on this full details, you can see. So that kind of a thing is called like expand condition property. Okay, initially it will be displaying as a shortcut. Okay, like only with the description it will display. But when you click on this particular button, I mean like that particular section name, whole entire fields will be displayed here.
Yeah.
So those kind of a thing are called expand condition property. So how the expand condition property specifies when to expand the section. Okay, like on click of that particular section name, it should display or on click of some other buttons it should display. Okay, those kind of a condition you can set here. Like click on the action on the definition tab, beneath advanced, click expand condition and click the flip button to use the reference select dialog box will appear in the boolean field. Like it should be either true or false.
Okay.
The particular field should be boolean field, okay, which you are mapping.
Yeah.
The condition which you are creating. Setting the expand event property. The expand event property specifies a field to execute when the section is expanded. Okay, when you click on that particular form name section, the particular fields will fields will be displayed, right? That will called an expand event. This is for only condition you are mentioning here to expand. Event is nothing but fields to be displayed.
Yeah, field will be executed.
Hmm. Click on the action section and on the definition tab, click on the minute advanced and click expand event, and in the click button you can map the respective condition which is already created. Okay, set in the static content type property. The static content type property specifies the method to use for endemic external content in Express. Nothing but on the UI or while creating the policy, there will be some text which is defaultly will be displayed in the policy, where this kind of a static content, for example, I'll be showing on the UI. Mhm. Yeah, to show this is one of the portal. Mm, how should I show? See, this is called a static content. This is will be defaultly displayed no matter what when you open that particular Zoom link.
Okay.
These kind of text are called like static content. This no, I mean like you need not create it again and again. This will be constant no matter what. Whoever opens the link on the Chrome, this will be displayed.
Yeah.
So those kind of text are called static content type. Like default text will be like, you have any idea, right? While creating a policy, some will be defaultly displayed the text on the UI.
Hmm.
So those are called like static content. Like options would be like HTML and iframe. Like if you want to give any value for that particular static content type, click on the section on the definition tab beneath advanced, click a static content type and click the drop down arrow to select an option. Okay,
Yeah.
like if you have any particular value like static content to be displayed, like uh, today click on that particular link to wish to join the Duck Creek training, those kind of static content you can give the text there.
Yeah.
Set in the content URL property. Like content URL property indicates the URL where the external content you wish to and then reside to set the value of the URL. Nothing but previously I showed the Zoom meeting link, right? Static content. Why this is not opening? Wait a second. See here, when you click on this terms of conditions or private statement, this will navigate to some other uh, conditions. I mean, like these are called the URL.
Yeah.
So when you open this, the particular detailed of the particular privacy statements or terms and conditions will be displayed. So those are called URL property. So how you set that? Click on the section on the definition tab beneath advanced, click content URL, click the flip button and map the condition or select the value you want. Set in the content title property. Like what are the content title, if you have any title for that, how you set that? Click on the section on the definition tab beneath advanced, click content title. And if you have already the value mapped in that particular field, you can map that particular field ID by using an eclipse button in the current existing manuscript.
Yeah.
Set in the content border property. Suppose if you wish to display the border for that particular content, you can use this. Click on the section on the definition tab beneath advanced, click content border and click the drop down arrow to select an option like hide border or display the border.
Yeah.
Set in the content frame property. Suppose if you wanted to display the frame or hide the frame for that content which is displaying on the UI by default, right? So how you set it? Like click on the section on the definition tab beneath advanced, click content frame and click the drop down arrow to select an option. Click the content collapsible property. Previously, I told you like collapsible in the sense like three buttons will be there. When you click on that, the fields will be displayed. Similar to toggle.
Yeah.
Hello. Huh.
Hello.
Those kind of a thing. Huh. Click on the section on the definition tab beneath advanced, click content collapsible, click on the down arrow, select on option. Like on click of that button, if you wanted to display any content rather than fields, you can give this.
Yeah.
Okay. Content scrollable property. Scrollable is nothing but, suppose if you have any big content and you wanted that to be displayed in the scrollable format, like scroll bar with a scroll bar.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that you can set it like click on the action on the definition tab, click beneath advanced, click content scrollable, click down arrow and to select an option. Next will be like content height property, like how much height or like how much height you wanted to display the content, or what way you wanted to display. Okay, like you can mention the particular height here, like click on the section on the definition tab, beneath display, click content height, map the residue field. If you have any height value created already in any of the particular existing field.
Yeah.
Set in the content name property, nothing but if you have any particular name to be displayed, or if you want to change, you can do this step. Like click on the section on the definition tab beneath display, click on the content name and give the particular name or map any field ID which is already there with that name.
Yeah.
Here in the section style property, nothing but what are the style you wanted to display, like look and feel, like italic, bold, or in which color format you wanted to display. Those all you can set in this section style property. Overall entire section will be there. So click on the section and click on the definition tab, click section style. To the right of the section style, you can click on the CSS button and select the desired style you want.
Yeah.
This is for caption style property, like for the particular caption, like click on the section on the definition tab, click section caption style, and you can click on the CSS button and click the dash style you want it only for that section caption.
Yeah.
For the fields, if you want separate style to be displayed, you can only for the particular fields, you can click on that section and click on the definition tab, field caption style, and give the particular for that particular field, click on the CSS button and give that particular desired style you want.
Yeah.
Okay. This is for only the for caption, field caption. For field values, if you wanted to give any specific CSS style, you can give this. Like click on the section on the definition tab, click field style. To the right of the field style, you can click CSS button and a pop-up will appear. Like you can select the desired style you wish to display. And set in the action style property. Action style in the sense like button. Okay, for the button, if you wanted to display for that any style, you can give here. Like click on the section on the definition tab, click action style, and you on the CSS button, if you click edit, that style will be appeared, and you can click what are the style you want. Custom container property, like custom container property specifies the custom style to apply to a container. To set the value of the custom container property, nothing but like a box. Okay, in a box some fields are displaying. So if you wanted to like mention any style for that overall entire particular box, what in the particular box the fields are displaying, you can mention here. Okay, like click on the section on the definition tab and beneath display custom container, you can map the styles whichever you want.
Yeah.
Icon image property. So if you wanted to, the icon image property allows an icon to be placed in the section heading. Like in any section you created, you wanted to add an image format one, like document icon format or image icon format. Okay. On the UI, you wanted to display, like how you set it. Click on the section on the definition tab, beneath display, click icon image, click a click button. If it's already there in your local, you can map it.
Yeah.
Click section annotation. Annotation in the sense like particular text you wish to display for that any button or any field icon. Okay. That will be like a descriptive information what that particular image or that particular field be. Okay, those you can give, like click on the section on the definition tab, click annotation, and the annotation and topic dialog box appear. Give there, enter the annotation like text whatever you want to display for that particular icon.